I'm on time. No, don't you start that shit with me. I'm on time. Maybe okay, well, alright, it just ticked over to 31. Fair enough. Well, I'm almost on time. I totally forgot to like set up OBS. Whoops. So I need to take just a couple of minutes, to make sure I get everything set just right, more or less. I also forgot to open up the pages. I have the game pages open now, but 31 minutes. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm 30 minutes early because originally this stream was scheduled for 10. And then, because I finished with what I was doing before, I went ahead and made this stream start 30 minutes earlier. So take that. Let me move these things up to the top here. Oh my god, I don't even have the games marked in the sheet. Well, we'll add the games as we go. Okay, alright, fine, whatever. 29 minutes early. There we go. Alright, well, I guess I'll just add the games to the game grade sheet as we go, because I haven't actually put any of that information in here yet. You can see how thoroughly prepared I was for today. So, Fortuna, I have some bad news. I will play your game today, but unfortunately, I hadn't made any progress in it since I sent that message to you. So I'm still only about 30 minutes. Oh my god, I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, so I'm still only 30 minutes into it, which probably, I guess that means there's still a lot of dialogue and stuff that's coming up. So, but that's okay. What I'm going to do for you is I think my non-RPG Maker game that I have today is probably going to be a pretty short game. So whatever time is left over on that game, I'm just going to add it to your game. There we go. So, yeah, you might get some extra time on your game. Or maybe not, who knows. Which, speaking of, there's something else I haven't prepared. I don't have the timer. We gotta... Oh my gosh. This is just a disaster. Okay, there it is. And we're gonna set it for 35 minutes and 20 seconds. Make sure we turn it on in OBS. Preparation out of 20. That's correct. Now I'm gonna turn this off because that's not currently accurate. Okay, is that everything? I think that's everything. I think now we're set up correctly. Alright, so the first game that we are playing is 3 Am Cathrath. 3 a.m. It looks like there's actually a space between 3 and AM, so Cathrath. Could have used the term, quite possibly. So I actually brought this game up on last stream when we were just piddling about, just having a chat. And I don't know, I was curious about it. It's sort of strange. Firefox was giving me, like, warnings about downloading this game, which I've never seen it do before. So I may have just downloaded a virus. Who knows? But this is what we're gonna go with. This was published 10 days ago. That was the end of December. So let's go back over here. So date published is gonna be 2022-12. Date played is gonna be today. So that's 2023-01-07. Today is the 7th, right? Man, holy shit, it's already the 7th of January. I think it's a completed game. It says released here. It says 1.0 1.01, so I'm pretty sure that means it's final, so we're gonna say no. Is it RM? Yes, I think. So here's why I think, actually, in truth, here's why I think it might actually, Firefox actually gave me the warning, is that I think it's actually an older RPG Maker version, like older than VX Ace. It might be XP or 2003, I'm not sure. Is it a commercial game? No, it's free. Is it a quality store page? Well, let's go over the store page right now. This is version 1.01 of the game, updated on 12/28/2022, 5:29 p.m. That's very accurate. Down to the minute. Check the README for a full list of changes. Residing in the misty city of Cathrath for the time being, Galtea, the young disciple of the god Thais, receives an old letter from him. Somebody has been mass-producing and circulating the immaculate objects of the land. Sensing that the source of the incident is near Cathrath, Thais orders her to investigate. Gameplay, Galtea will do her best to fight through various hordes of enemies. As you progress through the game's various stages, skills and passives can be bought from the shop. Elements that are put onto the field can be used for powerful skills. Yeah, what better way than to start the game or start the stream with a virus? We'll see. Anyways, quality store page. No, we're missing a lot. Could definitely use with some more pictures, especially like promotional art. And this is a little bit too short. At least they kind of divided it into headers here. It would be better if they had like more interesting looking headers, but I'm not gonna knock them for at least actually having headers instead of just a wall of text. So, all right, anyways. Oops, that's the wrong folder. Preparedness once again. Yeah, like here. Let me bring this over here. You can see the folder. So like the whole folder structure is kind of weird. This actually kind of surprised me. Like all the maps are dumped right here into the root folder of the game, which is kind of strange. In fact, everything is. It's like the folder structure is way less organized than most RPG Maker games, which is weird. I also don't recognize the icon. And I don't think that's this specific icon. Oh, it says RPG Maker 2003 right there. There we go. So it's a RPG Maker 2003 game. Oh, it might be loud too. Holy shit, yeah, that is. Okay, how's the volume? Okay. It's 2003. Alright, dear Galtea. Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, you can't even click to progress. Okay, right on. How have you been? We take it that you've been enjoying life living away from the capital. Have you been eating well? You're keeping your body in shape, aren't you? We chose this particular location since it offered you solitude, as you requested, but hopefully you have not gone insane from the stillness yet. Yeah, I noticed. I am glad they have the F4 button to full screen it, but like, here it is on my desktop. This is its native resolution right here. the screenshot has a large... The screenshot thumbnail has a larger resolution than the actual game itself. Yeah. Cathrath is quite a nice city. We would like to visit it again with our physical body when the occasion arises. Now on to the meat of this letter. Oh, we haven't started the timer. There we go. We sense a disturbance. Somebody has been mass-producing immaculate objects and circulating them among the people. These trades take place around 3 a.m. at night, when the night is the darkest. These copies are pale imitations of the originals, possessing less than 1/100th of the power. Yet there is much one can do an object that is even 1/100th the power of a regular immaculate object. Attached to this letter is a little part of ourselves. Put it on your person and I shall direct you to the source of the incident. We trust that you will fulfill this task to the utmost of your abilities. Thanks. Well, I suppose I have no choice. But 3 a.m., really? Oh well, his word is the law. Oh, that's nice. See, I was a little bit worried that it was just going to toss me into the game without giving me the menu, but nope. They just had a little introduction and then brought up the menu, which is a nice touch. I guess that means no bonuses. Is this menu sensitive or is there chatter on my keyboard? It could be chatter. Tends to do that if I need to clean it. Well, I don't know what extra start is. Well, I can't do it anyways. Oh, we're just jumping right into this then, huh? Okay, right on. Wow, my God. Wow, I've never seen a more immediate and abrupt start. I'm not gonna lie, this is a cool little battle screen here. You know, the really chunky pixel art from such a tiny resolution resonates with me a little bit more. I think I talked about this before, that I think current RPG Maker versions, the current pixel art size is such a weird kind of resolution because it just looks like low resolution art. It's really starting to reach that point. It's barely pixel art anymore. And it's kind of ugly sometimes, honestly. So when you get to chunkier pixels like this, such tiny low resolution, things I think look a little bit better. It looks like pixel art, not low resolution art, if that makes sense. Anyways, right, so let's try to do something. I guess we're gonna use a skill probably, right? Okay, yeah, we have attack there. Alright, hang on. Sometimes I'm pushing the key and it doesn't do anything. And then sometimes it just jumps around with a single tap. Again, I'm wondering if that has to do with my keyboard or if that has to do with the game's programming itself, that it does that. Hang on. Brief maintenance moment. I gotta unplug my keyboard. Unplug the keyboard, pull the keycap off, pull the key switch out. Come on. Oh, why is this? Normally they come out a lot easier. There we go. Oh yeah, its pins are all bent. Why are the pins all bent? Well, it's actually probably when I was trying to pull it out. It probably doesn't have to. I don't think they were bent. They were in the keyboard. Preparedness once again. Alright. Let's see if that fixes it. Missing timer again. Oh shit. It is counting. It's just it's not on screen. So yeah. Sorry, Dev. I'm letting the timer count while I'm fixing my keyboard, but we're trying to determine, is this weird? behavior in the menu because of my keyboard, or is it because of the programming? I think it's the programming, because it's still like weirdly occasionally not registering a press. Is it, can we pull up a, oh shit. I wanted to see if there's a frame counter. Anyways, all right, well, I'll stop. I think I'm trying to determine what the logic is running at. I'm wondering if the logic itself is running at maybe like a low frame rate. So like if I press the key too fast, sometimes it might just miss the key press. But I don't know, like the particles in the background look like they're moving at maybe 30 or something. So I would say at least 30, probably 60. All right, anyways, let's do something. I'm making a guess here that the red bars underneath the fairies. Oh, I didn't know they had Fortunas in this game. Anyways, I think the red bars might be like an action bar or something, if I had to make a guess. So, I don't know, we'll just attack the one on the left. Yeah, seems I'm correct. So, we have these magic attacks. What is the... also, my mouse cursor doesn't show up, which sucks, because I went to like... Oh, that's weird. It's in the corner, but like, it goes under the game here. Do you see that on stream? Like, you see my mouse cursor here. And it's like the minute my mouse actually goes over the user interface, it just disappears. I want to highlight, okay, so at the like top right of the battle scene here, you have these balls at the top. And I'm wondering what the fuck those mean. So all of these do 3. Let's see. Oh my god, I wish... It's like I have terrible fucking key chatter on my keyboard right now, but that's just like the game doing that, where it just bounces the cursor around. Okay, weak fire, magic attack, single element fire, adds... I think that says adds. Okay, so one problem with these chunky pixels is it gets really tough to read fonts. Minus 400 points if those fairies are as weak as Toho fairies. Hard to say. So we have a weak healing spell, refresh. I'm guessing focus, like, does that recharge magic? Oh, I still have magic. Wait, how do I have magic? I used magic last turn though, right? Okay, so I recover a little bit magic each turn. So then what the fuck does focus do? Okay, so that restored some MP. Okay. I don't know why I attacked that fairy. That was kind of silly of me, but whatever. Hey, so I think my health still restores some. Yeah, it does. So like each turn. Holy shit! Oh, okay. So they restore health too. I see. The numbers are so... I keep wanting to use my mouse to highlight. Oh my god. The numbers are so small that I totally missed that. So like we really want to do as much damage as we can. Okay, so electricity didn't really do anything. Now the balls, so there's more balls at the top that are lit up. I have no idea what's going on in this game, man. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Apparently the dev had like no time to do a fucking tutorial. This is the most abstract shit that's going on. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Alright, let's use... I think I skipped... Oh my god, I can't select these attacks. I think I skipped this one, so let's do this. Wait until the tutorial at least. Are you telling me to wait until the tutorial? Do you know when the tutorial is? Okay, so I still have... So if I use cure, will that add like a cure thing at the top, or maybe refresh? Maybe cure on... I have no idea, man. Alright, so this is icy, so if I use fire on it... Okay, yeah, that did a lot of damage. I have no idea what element the fairies are weak to. Ice, how much does that do? 7? Okay, that's a lot. I think I remember lightning doing the least. I missed how much it did with wind. 6. Okay, so I think ice is the best one so far. What was fire again? I think it was only like 3. I couldn't see what that number was. I missed it. I think it was a 6 though. So I think ice has done the best. Mixie weakness, gun damage. There's no gun! Cannot do that. What is... Okay, and hang on. What is Feo? I can't... Oh my god, I can't even point... Like, to the left of my cursor. Oh, you can't even see it because it's behind my webcam. Never mind. Feo, which is like beneath the stat window on the right side. You have Feo... It's 100... You can't see it because it's under my webcam, of course, but it says 150 right now. Let's see, does it go up if I do an attack? Maybe that's like money. Maybe that's... Because we've done like 2 battles in a row, so maybe that's like how much money I've collected through the 2 matches so far. Yeah, it just went up to 200 now. So, okay, what the... We just go into another fight. What the fuck is this? What am I doing? Yeah, fight into fights into fights. I don't know what... What am I doing? I don't feel confident about any of my choices that I'm making. Because there are these weird balls at the top right that have lit up. I was spotted by the shadows, so I'm in multiple fights in a row. I didn't even have a chance to like move around or anything. It's like I clicked start game and it just jumped right into battles. Is that the end? Oh my god, that's not the end? Do I get a chance to level up or anything? Sorry, hang on. What did the store page say? Okay, Galtea will do her best to fight through various hordes of enemies. As you progress through the game's various stages, skills and passes can be bought from a shop. Elements that are put onto the field can be used for powerful skills. Yeah, okay, so I think there is an explanation of what's going on here that is not very clear. Galtea will do her best to fight through various hordes of enemies. See, the way I interpreted that was just like story garnishment, saying like through your adventure you will fight many enemies is basically kind of the same thing. But I think it means very literally is you'll fight through like sequential battles as you progress through the various stages. I'm assuming it means each sequence of battles. I'll have a chance to go to the shop to, like, there might be an intermission between some fights to buy stuff. And then this one, I think, is talking about the balls, but I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. Elements that are put onto the field. So I'm assuming that's talking about the balls that are at the top right. Can be used for powerful skills, but how? Okay, so if I'm correct in this assumption, let's keep fighting. If I'm correct in this assumption, I don't hate the idea. It also sort of depends on, like, I don't know, the replay, like, it almost feels like a very weak roguelike kind of thing. So I think, like, there would need to be a lot of randomness to this as well, which I'm not, obviously I wouldn't know if, unless it was like my second playthrough. And I'd also have to remember what these battles are. I imagine that bar is like the cards of the duelist class in the 7th Dragon Code VFD, but it looks like you don't have skills to use them. Alright. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna assume if this is just about battle, shop, battle, shop, battle, shop, like that, then I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be 5 battles in a row. I think this is the 4th one, so that might mean there's one more after this. And then we'll go to the shop. Maybe. Yeah, we'll check when I get there. Well, there's just one fairy here. I'm gonna go ahead and restore some MP. Perhaps there's a boss for the last battle. Oh my god, the weird, like, key chatter thing. I can't, like, make a selection. Okay, there it is. Alright, this is... There's the merchant. Alright. L charm. A lovely charm in the shape of a heart. I guess these are just, like, stat boosts. And then these are equipment. Oh, okay. Teaches skills. See, rainbow prism passive. All elemental effects are doubled. Yeah, it could be. That's why I was wanting to bring up the frame timer earlier, but I don't know how to bring up the frame counter on 2003, or if that option is even available for RPG Maker 2003. But actually, yeah, that's a good point. That is probably what it is that the 144 hertz is just like fucking with the key press logic. When guarding, HP damage becomes damage to MP. I want to get the skills. I think this is actually the better choice, but just because I want to see more content of the game, I'm going to get this sword. And then we can get one more stat boost. I don't see... Okay, so I don't know how strength affects you in this game. It may be a fairly standard RPG kind of thing where strength is like physical attacks. And magic is probably magic attacks. What does vitality do? And I assume speed is just your turn. It would still be, like, I can assume that's probably what it is, but it would still be nice to have an explanation there so I could be 100% certain about it. Vitality is defense? I guess so. See, normally when okay, so when I think of vitality, I usually think of, like, I guess, yeah, defense could still work. When I think of vitality, I think of, like, health, but that's how many health points you gain per level, but I don't think there's leveling in this. You just buy stat upgrades. I'm gonna go with health. That's all I have money for, so. Oh, do I need to equip it? Holy nuts, what the fuck did I just walk into? This font is horrendous too. I can't, like, this looks like such a mess. So apparently somewhere hell if I remember what the fuck I had purchased. I remember the sword gave like 3 new skills. I didn't think I was just gonna have this just gargantuan list of skills to select from. Like, this looks like a debug menu. What a disaster. Holy shit. I can't read, like, most of this either. That looks like Forza. D-Forza. Forza D-Forza. When you play Forza Motorsports, when you don't play Forza Motorsports. Santa. Oh, Sante? Oh, that is what it is. Okay, Hellfire. Let's add that one. Oh, it's locked. Oh! Oh my god. There's gotta be a better way to do this. I see. So, I keep trying to use my mouse to... You can't see it. Hang on. Okay. So now you can see it. At the bottom right, it says locked. But here's my problem with this, right? It opens up this new window here with all the skills. So it's drawing your attention to the currently open window. Why would I look at a window that is below it for information? There's got to be a way to gray out some of these options, right? Okay, so now that I know down at the bottom, I can look at which skills I've acquired. Okay, so I have this one. Persona-like for your buff, debuff skills. Don't do it, player will have no clue what the skill actually do with just the name unless there is an associated icon. I'm actually not quite sure what you're talking about. Okay, so here's a life drain. Refresh. Cure. I think these are the ones that I just bought here. Not lunge, but sword dance, heat wave, and seventh heaven. So raise your strength. Let's try that. Oh, it costs MP. It costs a lot of MP. Alright. Alright. Also, if you can do that at any time, like that didn't use up my turn equipping that. It sort of just feels like adding a bunch of unnecessary, like, yeah, I can use that this turn, so like all that is that just kind of slows down combat, right? Like on the one hand, I appreciate that I have access. I don't know, actually no. I feel like having the limited choices is good. So I don't know, it's just like a clunky way of letting the player access everything. You can't just like use the skill menu to use your skills. If you want to use a skill that you don't have equipped, you go to the equip screen, go to your skills, select the skill you want to change, find the skill you want, equip it, then exit out, then go to skills, then use it. And it's just like a bunch of steps to use the skill at no cost. So you can effectively use any of the skills you've unlocked at any time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's make a test. What do you think a skill called Maraku... Yep, you got me. I don't know. So yeah, that felt pretty useless. Alright, and for the fairies, we found out, I think it was ice that was the most effective. Okay, that only said 5. Was it wind that was more effective? No, that also only said 5. Did these fairies suddenly change what they're resistant to? Yeah, that one said 10. What? I'm not crazy, right? The previous fairies were affected by ice, right? Yeah, man. I this seems like an interesting proof of concept, but I feel like it's sort of flawed. Like on a wait, what? Didn't I use cure? Oh, I used refresh. Well, fuck me. Like on a more, I guess, somewhat of a nitpicky criticism is that if your game is gonna be in stages, combat stages, I would really sort of have like different combat music. I'd hope that the combat music gets changed up, because you're gonna be spending the majority of your playtime listening to this music. I assume they probably have at least one other music track, hopefully like a boss track, but also hopefully they have like secondary combat music and hopefully even a tertiary combat music, depending on how long this game is. That's kind of a minor nitpick here. But there's just some weird design choices. Yeah, knowing how far into the stage you are, yeah, that would be pretty nice. The, like, RPG choices at the shop are interesting, but I know I'm not a fan of roguelikes that much, but first of all, I'm slowly starting to, like, at least appreciate their worth. Like, I've never totally written them off, but, like, I kind of get why. I've been understanding why they're popular. I don't know if I'll ever really enjoy roguelites that much, but I at least understand why it's there. And on that note, like, having some randomness in this type of game, I think, would really change it up. So I would almost say, like, even if these fights are random, as a first-time player, I would never know if these are random or not. I would have to, either the game would have to tell me, like, explicitly, these are random fights, or I would need to replay the game and learn whether they're random or not. So I think instead there should be some other type of randomness that is more apparent, like I don't know, like a random buff or debuff. You know, I'd been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands recently, and kind of the end game content is sort of like a sort of roguelike kind of thing, where you go through a series of battles, but as you progress each battle, you can either select a curse or a blessing. Selecting a curse, it's a random curse each time you complete a battle, but that curse will give you better rewards in the next stage. But if you select the blessing, then you will have, you know, you'll be able to survive. It'll be easy to survive, so you might be able to last through the next stage. And I think having something like that might make this a little bit more interesting. Also, yeah, I mean, now I sort of feel like this is just boiled down to mashing fire. Occasionally, I'm running low on MP. All right, let's use some focus, get some more MP back. And then fire. I hope there's like a boss or something, right? We only went through one stage, so it might make sense to have the boss after 2 stages. Or 2... whatever. 2 sequences. Whatever you want to call it. You're just spamming fairies in the chat. You're happy to see these fairies, huh? A merchant. So, yeah. There is no... There was no boss. Alright, time's up. Big fairy. Oh, you're happy to see the big fairy, huh? Alright, yeah. I'm kind of curious to see more of it, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it credit on that. I'm curious to see more, but it's kind of out of a morbid curiosity to see more. Because can't really say I'm having fun with it. It's just kind of curiosity if there would be a boss, and if the music would change, and if, you know, like, what is it going to be more of the same, or is it going to get mixed up a little bit? But in fact, actually, I should have just let it. Can I do that real fast? What does extra start? I don't know. Okay, no, this is the beginning. It said that it auto-saved, though. Oh, maybe profiles? No. Okay, well, never mind. Guess we'll never find out. I guess the yep. I guess the autosave doesn't work or I don't know how to access it because the menu is kind of confusing. So never mind. I was gonna say, let me just go ahead and start the next round, the next whatever stage, scenario, whatever, and see if anything gets changed. But so much for that. I messed up. Oh well. So what are we gonna say here? Polish. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Accessibility is also none. Clarity is definitely none. I'm gonna give it a point for balance. I didn't feel like combat was too difficult. I mean, yeah. We'll leave it there. It's got its fairy identity, so okay. And I'm not gonna take the technical point away, even though I did have some technical problems, but they were not like game-breaking technical problems or well, they were for me, but I really think you're right, Fortuna, that I think that problem is mostly because I'm on a 144 hertz monitor. Which is something that that's not to excuse it. Like, I think the devs should definitely fix it if they can. But I'm not going to take a point away for it, but it's something that the dev should look into. So, anyways, okay, yeah, my thoughts on that game is that it's, I kind of expressed them, like, it sort of feels like there's sort of a fundamental flaw with it. It's not providing enough information. It's definitely not providing enough information, because you start the game and it just dumps you right into a fight without explaining anything, which is, yeah, not good. But also, it's not providing enough information. There's not enough things that, from my 35 minutes, it didn't seem like things were getting mixed up enough. That could change, maybe, but, yeah. The gameplay loop seems forced. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. This is Meow or Never. Meow or Never. Oh, let's add it here. Let's add it here. Meow or Never. And when was it released? 17 days ago. That would put it in December. So that's going to be 2022-12. Date played is today. We'll just copy paste. We'll put that here in all of those. Demo, game jam, or beta? I don't know. It says prototype, so we'll just call it beta. Beta. Is it RM? No. Is it a commercial game? No. Is it a quality store page? No. Let's take a look at that not quality store page. Meow or Never is a small indie game about a cat and a Roomba who are best friends. After moving to a new place, they want to escape from there because they don't like it. Help the two friends escape from there. Two friends and I created this game while studying digital ideation. Alright, what is digital ideation? What is that? Can I get just like an overview? Here's a course on digital ideation. Digital ideation provides students with theoretical principles and practical examples of a wide variety of digital technology, tools, software, and methods, which designers are likely to encounter in current practice. These include solid and surface modeling, 3D rendering, animation, and output for rapid prototyping. Okay, alright, I get it. Alright. Marakukaja increased party's defense for 3 turns. How the hell am I supposed to know that if I don't speak Japanese? Good question. Alright, so let's try Meow or Never. And this is a game I suspect will be pretty short. So whatever time is left on the timer will be yours for 2. And it opened in the wrong window. I had trouble with this last time. Let's see, well, okay, no trouble here. Alright, cool. Meow or Never. Okay, so jump, go left, go right. Huh? Oh. Interesting. Oh, switch. Oh, okay. Alright, I don't like that space is switch and W is jump. WS space to reset. Okay. So, oh. So they can't just move together as one? Huh. Oh, now they can move together as one. That was weird. Oh. Oh, I see. And then we want to, like... won't let me push the box? Is it because the Roomba is in the way? No. It's moving pixel by pixel. At this point, I'm just curious, honestly. It's not really moving pixel by pixel anymore. Oh, we got some speedrun tech here. Oh, yeah! Oh my god! Oh, yeah! Now we're doing it! Now we're doing it! Oh, yeah! I don't know if that box is about to go. Oh, this is killing my fingers. How high can we go? How high can we go? The game again with your heavy. No, I don't think so. It like, so I'm pushing left on the keyboard and it seems like if you're moving left, like you get stuck against the wall. Like the collision gets stuck against the wall. So I can continue to hold left and I'll just stay there. So I guess I don't really need to mash up. So I keep jumping, but then also because I'm holding left. Yeah, this happens. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Roomba is just gone. Alright, well, I'm glad they provided a reset. Wait. WS space. WS space. There we go. I had to mash it a few times. Okay. So I think... I'm honestly not sure. Can the cat get stuck like that? No, it's just the Roomba. Oh, that is weird. Oh, I see. It's hidden under this bookshelf. It's hidden under it, but it says push. I get it now. Okay. Why did I want to push that, though? Oh, it can, like, go under stuff. Okay, alright. I see. Well... why do it like that when we can do it like this? I wonder if it'll stay there if I switch. No. I was looking for the English name for the Dragon Quest equivalent, but it is named Kabuff. Yeah, at least the French translator had some brain cells and named it Mega Protection. Wait, can I get the Roomba? Drop the box on the Roomba. Or not. Well, that's fine. Oh. There we go. I got it stuck again. Here we go. I'm just break the game this way. Why solve it when I can just do it like this? Oh, I'm even picking up a box. There we go. Woo! I did it. Totally legitimately. Alright. Alright, let's do this legit. I think. I'm gonna try to do it legit. It's really tempting to speedrun strats. the cat gets stuck too. Not sure where it wants me to go, though. Okay, apparently I can't jump up there. Jump and push. No, that's also really hard to do. Because I need to push down to push, up to jump, and then right to move it. And then I just get stuck like that. So I guess that's not where I want to go. I think I need to be on the other side of the box. Can I move that box over there? Okay, I can't get back up, so never mind. I guess not. It's like I need to get up here. Maybe I could push these boxes, but if I could get up there, then I could just get across. What am I missing? It's like I'm missing a piece of this puzzle. And I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. Oh. Is the Roomba allowed to do that? Is it not a bug? Is it actually intended? Because I can just mash and it'll just keep going up. Whoa. So, I don't know, did I... Is that intentional? Did I break it again? I'm honestly not sure. Well, I'm gonna say that's... Schrodinger's cat. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's fine. There you go, Fortuna. You get 23 minutes added to your game. What do we say about this? I don't know if some of those, like, quote-unquote speedrun strats were just, bugs or not. Ooh, not D. We'll just leave polish at 0 accessibility. Fine, I'll give them a point for accessibility. No, because I can't change. I'll give them a point for clarity. No, I take that back. No, because the push thing got covered up by the tile set. Like, the layering wasn't done correctly. Balance is fine, I think. Unique identity, sure. There. I'm not gonna take technical away because I don't know if that was intended or not. It might be intended, maybe. Did it say? Hang on. Did I just... Can I open that back up again? It just says nothing. So I was looking at the tutorial to see what it said for W. If it said like fly or something, then I figured maybe it would be intended. But I don't think it's... I don't think it's intended. I'm not really sure. Oh. Cat just went flying over there. But the Roomba just... whatever. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, we're done. So I don't think that was intended. But I'm really also not sure. No clear answer on that one. Right. Okay. It's fine for a beta. There's definitely I don't know. There needs to be some work done with it. Yeah. Let's just move on. I don't have much to say about that. Alright, so next is your game. Verloren. Which release date should I use? Should I use the English release date or the... I guess technically... I consider the release date when it was published. I don't know. It's 20 days ago. Well, we'll put the English one there, I guess. So it's a finished game, right? Pretty sure this is a finished game. So we're gonna say no. Is it RM? Yes. Is it a commercial game? No. Is it a quality store page? Yes. Wow, look at you. One of the few. One of the few with the quality store page. All right. So, let's go ahead and launch Verloren. For my viewers who are watching the archive on Verloren. So this is Fortuna's game. I probably shouldn't just jump right into it. I should still treat it like any other game, honestly. Even though, Fortuna, you're here, so you know a lot of this. But we'll read the synopsis real fast. Angel is an ordinary student studying at an ordinary magic college, having an ordinary dreams and going through an ordinary day. Well, as ordinary as the day of the biennial competition organized by her college can be, and as long as no one interferes with the program. Verloren is a JRPG made out of passion for the genre with a slower narration reminiscent of a visual novel and strategic, also unforgiving in the highest difficulties battle. The whole thing is sprinkled with twisted puzzles and mini-games. So I had already played this game. This is something I'd like to try to do occasionally for some of these streams, is playing some of the games before I actually start streaming. I can't do it for every game, so I'm going to prioritize games of people who have contacted me, or people that I know, in the case like Fortuna here, obviously. I'm going to prioritize them just because I would rather support the people that I know than the people I don't. But it obviously takes time to play these games not on stream, and I'm already struggling to have everything prepared for the stream at the beginning. So like I can't do it for every game. Occasionally I'm just going to play some of the games I pick out just a little bit, maybe 30 minutes or so, just so I can learn the tutorials and hopefully better represent them on the stream. So anyways, I've already played 30 minutes of this game. I don't have too much to say about it so far. I appreciate the extensive options menu. We have WASD going on. It's also pretty quiet, so we'll turn up the volume. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see if I regret that later. Anyways, so yeah, good options. We have encounter rates. Oh, oh. I didn't actually check that when I played earlier. I didn't realize it was just basically 3 settings: none, normal, and way too much. I don't really honestly know if it's way too much, but 500% makes it sound like an insane number. Like it's gonna be every one step you get 2 encounters. Anyways, you have mouse controls, which is nice. Graphics, I wonder what this affects. Maybe Fortuna, you can enlighten us what that really affects. It would be nice if we were just, I mean, this is not super important, but, you know, if you really want to go the extra mile to perfect things, is providing a description. This is just the default, like, options menu that comes with RPG Maker, but if you use something like Options Core from Yawnfly, it allows you to include descriptions for your options. So it would be nice to have a description to explain some of these things, especially for like a 2D game. It might be nice to know what this is affecting. So you said medium is no harsh weather, low is no lighting. Right on. Okay. I know you have Yawnfly here. Obviously, I've already configured it for WASD. So yeah. Anyways, not bad. Not bad. Nice options menu. So we'll continue. So you can see I'm on. One thing I do appreciate as well is that you provide lots of different difficulty options. I would almost say it's too many. I don't remember exactly how many there were, but I remember like there was like a lot of options. Was it like 6, 7, or 8? I don't know. Like. It was a lot of difficulty options, and I felt like normal and classic were almost way too similar. It could be confusing for some, but again, we're like nitpicking here. This is just like going the extra mile to perfect things. I'm not going to take points off for that, obviously. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it could be confusing for some people to have that many options. So simplifying the options might not hurt. But again, it's not that important. I've gone with classic. I mentioned in my previous stream that for difficulty settings, I'm going to go with whatever the dev intends to be the default. And according to the description, this is sort of the intended difficulty for the game. So that's how I have it set. Classic is a true normal mode, but some found it too difficult. Alright, right on. So anyways, oh, there was one thing I was going to say. It would have been nice. So when I started, like, when the game starts proper, right, you start in here. Which, with the camera over here, I just thought this was like a really large house. I had no indication this was a school. So the easy, like, I just thought, oh, this is just normal adventure. We're starting in a house, blah, blah, blah. So, like, easy way to fix this, obviously, would just be to have, like, some sort of dialogue saying at the school or whatever, at the academy or whatever. I might have missed that, too. But I don't remember if I did. But what would have really, really helped, if you want, again, going the extra mile, is having an establishing shot. You'd see this like in movies and stuff, and of course games too. It's just part of like cinematography. Is like if you're in a location, usually before the scene starts, you have like the camera like showing the location off. So you'd have like an exterior shot. You'd have like the exterior shot, and let's we're gonna add. We'll just add. What is that? This is 40, 60, 65 minutes. There we go. It's not gonna. I was hoping it would just add. Okay, it's gonna be an hour and 5 minutes. There we go. Anyways, so like you'd have like an establishing shot outside, just like showing off like, oh, here's the academy, and then you could have it, I don't know, however you want to do that. This would probably be a good place to use some sort of CG art or something. You could have like some nice CG art, some concept art of like the exterior of the school, and you could just have like a crossfade into this room. So, anyways, that was like really the only main thing that kind of confused me, that got me with the game at first. I mean, obviously it didn't take long to figure out that I'm at a school and not in someone's house. Yeah, I think that's really all I have right now, because most of it has been dialogue. I guess if we're going to talk about that too, I know that's sort of your intent. So if you're going to have so much dialogue, I do think it might be nice to provide some sort of option for players to move through the dialogue a little bit quicker. For example, in my own game, you know, there's sort of like an introduction to the town, and the introduction's a little bit long. The introduction also comes right after a long intro sequence as well. So I kind of give the player an option where, you know, they're asked, do you want to take this tour? And they can say no if they want. It might be nice to either make some dialogue a little bit more concise. No, not necessarily a message speed option, although I suppose that could help too. But just, I mean, like, getting through the intro quicker. I know it's like not your intent, so this is sort of like a matter of opinion. This is more subjective. This is not. It's not the end of the world, you know. It's just a matter of opinion. I just feel like being able to get through the beginning a little bit quicker for players who would rather just get to the gameplay and kind of get through the dialogue a little bit faster. It might be nice to have options to say, I don't know, just to give people like, do you want to see this event, or would you just like a synopsis? I mean, it doesn't have to be as like blunt as that, but something kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, a skip scene or fast forward is like might not provide enough. Like, that's good for like second playthroughs, but maybe there's some people who just want to get into the game. Like I was saying with the tour of my town, like at that point people might just want to get into my game and not do even more talking, because there already had been a lot. So, you know, I just provide an option for the players to skip it. In the case of the tour of the town, they can basically go explore it themselves. But again, in the case of your players, if there's like story relevant stuff, maybe you could just provide a synopsis or something. Oh, you have the quest log too, right? So you could even use something. Do you have like a journal or something? You have bestiary. So I don't know. Maybe not necessarily quest log. I don't know, something somewhere that you could give more information to players. Like, so if any player who decided to kind of skip through a scene or something, they could still get that same information in case they missed anything important for plot or gameplay. Speaking of quest log, what am I doing? Keep busy while waiting for the day's events to start. Complete activities. 1 out of 9. Revise the basics of magic with Professor Lionel in the Magitorium. Revise the basics of fighting with Professor Zoe at the gymnasium. Okay. Yeah, I am, because I'm more distracted by just talking and not actually playing the game, so sorry about that. See, with a title like that, it must be a book not to be put in all hands. Maybe we should leave it where it was. Oh my god. I forgot. I've indoctrinated your game. Fidel places the copy of Apocalypse back on the table. Who what? Just discussed ideas and didn't actually progress with the story? I mean, it happens. You seem concerned, Professor Lionel. Yes. Well, no, not really. I lost something, but nothing very important. Your comb, maybe? No, not at all. I'm looking for one of my grimoires. I'm sure I dropped it somewhere on this floor. Maybe that was the book that I was just touching? Okay, yeah, it's probably our dear teacher's. Indeed, he had not left it on the floor. Mr. Lionel, I think we have something for you. Fidel shows his teacher. Yeah, I think that you have a typo there. Fidel shows his teacher her copy of Apocalypse. It should be Fidel shows her teacher her copy. Actually, I don't even know if you need to say her copy. You could just say Fidel shows. Yeah, okay, so this is another thing I was gonna say. I know English is not your first language, so again, I'm not really criticizing you here. But again, if we're going to present this game, we want to make sure that our grammar is tight, right? So I know it's not your native language, but at the same time, it's almost kind of not an excuse, unfortunately. And there's been a lot of either just strange wording, like sentence structure. It's not necessarily wrong, but just kind of not natural sounding. And I think this is like another example. Like, you don't really need to use the pronoun here. You just say Phyllis shows the teacher her copy of, or Phyllis shows the teacher. Phyllis shows the teacher the book. Yeah, you just say Phyllis shows the teacher the Apocalypse book or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit because there's oh, okay, all right. Well, sorry, then I'm playing on the old version. I'm not gonna go download the new version now that I'm streaming. Sorry, I missed that. But there's been a whole bunch of not necessarily typos, but just some weird grammar. So I will mention that I think it's a pretty, unless you corrected a ton of text, I don't think everything had been addressed. There's just been some weird structure to the grammar that I've seen. Anyways, let's just move on. We won't linger on it too long. I'll make it clear to the viewers that Fortuna is a French speaker, and so English is not the native language, so I can excuse it. But in the eyes of other players who don't know Fortuna, they're not going to know that, and so unfortunately, it's not going to work as an excuse in that case. So, but for this stream, we'll just go ahead and excuse it. Yes, this is the volume I was looking for. You haven't opened it, have you? Why should we have? That was the original idea, but apparently I overestimated your curiosity a bit. Really, this grimoire holds an unpleasant surprise for anyone other than me who tries to use it. Can't you get your tome sealed like everyone else? Trapping this tome will always be more fun than an expensive visit to a specialist. You think you're smart. Okay, I get it. To make up for laughing at you, how about a little refresher on the subtleties of the arts of magic? How do I feel about this? I guess it's the lesser of two evils. So I really appreciate that you clarified what this option does. When it comes to tutorials, I think being clear about what the player is selecting is pretty important. So saying that you're skipping the tutorial is the right idea. Unfortunately, you have to cut it off in kind of an awkward way, skip the tuto, which I don't think looks very good, but like I said, it's kind of like the lesser of two evils. Like, you could either just say, it'll be fine, and then not being... You lose that clarity, right? If you just leave it as, it'll be fine, then you lose the clarity of telling the player, hey, this is a tutorial. So I don't know. I don't want to sit here and nitpick everything, honestly. We'll just say sure. Teach me about this magic stuff. Professor Lionel is approaching, so let's go for a brief summary on the basics of magic. Unlike classic attacks and most techniques, spells always have an accuracy of 100%. However, many enemies have a good resistance against magic. Let's start with your father's specialty, Fidel, white magic. It includes healing, resurrection, cure, and support spells, such as, for example, this one. Or that one. Your turn to show me what you can do. Edwin! If you see a status alteration or buff that you are not familiar with, you can consult this screen to find out all about it. That's a nice touch. I really should probably include something like that in my own game, honestly, now that I think about it. Unable to act or dodge, character is KO'd if it suffers direct damage. Okay, alright. There is a similar screen for enemy states. You can switch between them using the triggers or page up and down. Using the triggers. Oh, you mean on the controller? So how do I open that page? Page up or down? I don't have page up or down on my keyboard. I don't have page up or down. Wait, what is it when you remap? It's the page up or down keys, not like the keyboard keys, but oh, there it is. Okay, so we have that one. So that's like a history. So how do I open up that menu that showed like the state? What am I missing here? Oh, there we... Oh, I hate that. Oh my god. That's not your fault. That's just fucking RPG Maker. I mean, not technically. I mean, by default, RPG Maker starts at the party command window. You didn't play. Okay. But, like, so Yawn Flies I think it's just like the Dawnflight's core plugin sets it so that way, unless you change the plugin parameters, it starts at the command window rather than the party command. It starts at actor command instead of party command. And I hate this. I mean, again, it's the lesser of two evils. Like, it speeds up fights because most fights, we're talking like 90% of fights, you're gonna want to be in the actor command window from the beginning, right? Like, this is where you want to be for most of the game. So it makes sense to start there. Right, exactly. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. If fight wasn't directly pressed, many would complain. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. The problem, however, is that it totally hides the party command window. And so now people are not even going to be aware this window exists until they push the escape key to back out of the actor command window, right? It starts here. You have no idea that other window exists until you push this. And then, oh, right? I have not heard back on my guy who is making my battle UI, but it's definitely something I made very clear to him, is that I want to make sure that the party command window is always visible. Like, even though it will start at the actor command, players should still be able to see the party command window so they know, oh, there are other options I can access. Okay, anyways, all right, now I see how to access that. Okay, no problem. Let's move on. Magic, we're gonna cure. We will say yes. In any case, next time he won't take me by surprise like that. After recovering from an ailment, a character temporarily receives a buff, having the chances of suffering the same ailment again. Here, petrification resist. Some game effects, like basic spells inflicting ailments, can, on the contrary, inflict a debuff, multiplying by 1.5 the chances of suffering a particular ailment. Ooh, that's a word salad. Some game effects, like basic spells inflicting ailments, can, on the contrary, inflict a debuff multiplying by 1.5 the chances of suffering a particular ailment. I think I understand that. It's just saying some spells will increase the chance of getting a debuff or state. For example, if Lionel had failed to petrify Edwin, the latter would have suffered instead petrification vulnerability. Okay, so if you fail to apply a state, then they don't get the state, but they do become more susceptible to that state. Now let's move on to black magic. This term refers to a wide range of offensive spells. They are perfect for taking advantage of your opponent's weaknesses. It's up to you. Don't be afraid to give it your all. The carpet in this room has been designed to withstand the most fearsome of spells. Well, that's good to know. Double of Lionel A. Got some stats. Okay. No command is selected. Pressing the left trigger or page up button displays the information obtained on the already scanned or defeated enemies. Okay. So we want to use Volt. No. Oh, well, I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. No, that's not fine. Did I miss that? I'm sorry, what? Which one was it? Did I not do lightning? Oh, that was B. Okay, that one has... Okay, so this one's like... darkness. Okay. So... Why do they have different weaknesses though, man? Why don't they just have the same weaknesses? Okay, so one of them is A, right? That has the darkness. And then B, I guess, had the lightning weakness. Finally, there remains my field of knowledge, gray magic. This includes spells that inflict status ailments or weaken the opponent. For example... What do you mean discovering tutorials? Get out of here! What? Don't you give me that shit? Why the fuck do A and B, who look exactly the same, have different weaknesses? No, we'll be fine. I think we understood. In that case, give me a little demonstration. Ah, yes, I forgot. You will probably need some special tomes to take care of that one. Do you remember how to change your weapon in combat? Select items, selection, then choose change weapon. Tomes and some magic weapons often contain formulas for various spells. As long as you are equipped with such a weapon, you can use these spells as if they were yours. Weakness is to sleep. Okay, right on. Okay. Items. Change weapons. What am I equipping? The rune? I guess. Do I want to equip him with the thing? I guess so. And then it was sleep. So I guess this one. I didn't even read this. Deals non-elemental damage to a target and puts it to sleep. Okay. Well, very good. I think you now know what you need to know. As you've played the game to the end, allow me to offer you a little bonus. Obtain 2 vitamin C. Just a moment, this wouldn't be one of those miracle products that permanently improve the characteristics of their consumers. Your intuition is well-founded, except for one detail. The vitamin does not increase a statistic, but the competence points. Aren't these trinkets worth a fortuna? Sorry. That's awful. That's the worst fucking thing ever. No idea. An acquaintance gave them to me. Why not just keep them for yourself? Even at your level, there's still room for improvement. I overused these products years ago, so these wonders don't have much of an effect on me anymore. You, on the other hand, should get the most out of these effects. There's one word to sum up a billion thanks. The first thank you will be enough for me. With these vitamins, you can learn new skills. As their name suggests, competence points, or COMP, not that one. COMP allows you to, not to be confused with CONP, this is COMP, allows you to unlock new spells, techniques, or passives. They are obtained in 3 ways, either by gaining levels, 1 point every even level, or by beating certain bosses, or by consuming vitamin C. The skills to be learnt are sorted into different classes. At the beginning, only 2 are available, but others can be unlocked later. To acquire a new skill, a character must spend 1 CP and meet any prerequisites. You mean COMP. In addition to the new spells and techniques, there are also passives. They can be recognized by their green color and the passive tag in their description. Provide a permanent advantage rather than an additional combat option. Passives are only active when equipped. The passive screen allows you to manage these passives. You will also find in this screen the specific traits of each character. You can only equip yourself with a limited number of passives. 2 at the beginning, with the limit slowly increasing as the game progresses, so choose them wisely. So, where was that? Sorry, did I overlook that? I think I overlooked that. Oh, there we go. Here's I'm able to learn. Okay. Interesting. All right. And vitamin C increases the character's CP by 1 point. Well, I'll just leave that alone for now. Oh, Fiddle's so ready to make a fool of yourself tonight. What about you? Have you already prepared yourself mentally to see me on top of the podium? Even in the unlikely event that you are ranked higher than last time, it will only be 1 night victory. It won't change the fact that this school is too fancy for you. We'll see in 5 years which of us have to bow to the other. We'll see indeed. Let it go, Fiddle. You were not born to get along. Door is locked. Okay, right on. Would have liked to get my hands on a particular book, but is kept in the storeroom. The storeroom, which is of course forbidden to the students. What if we plan a little night visit? With a little skill and patience, there must be a way to break into that door. Wait a second, are you serious about this? Why let all these beautiful works gather dust? The vocation of a book, even the most obscure ones, is to transmit its knowledge, isn't it? Phil, do you really think it's a good day to have an idea like that? Yeah, maybe not right away. Took me a while, but I finally understood the rather rough classification of this library. The history, geography books on the left shelves, and the theoretical books on the Art of Combat on the right shelves. From my knowledge, the sorting of this place has never gone further than this first premise. Yes, something like that. I would have imagined a more sophisticated arrangement, but the teachers seem to get by with this one alone. These books were not just randomly laid out without any logic. I'll go to bed with one more piece of semi-useful information tonight. I found a ruin. Not lacking Conpi. The fiddle. I don't know what you're talking about. Strange exotic plant adds some color to the room. Wow. Don't count on me going back. Okay, that's the... Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Alright, is this... I think this floor is mostly explored completely. So, let's move on to another floor. There's a stage here. Hello, Professor Zoe. Hello, Fidel. Your father warned me that you would have come by here sooner or later. Need some extra lessons, just in case? I'll be fine, but it won't hurt the boy on my left. Yes, as for those who tend to find the most improbable excuses not to attend my classes, calm down. We didn't come here to settle these kinds of details. Fair enough, you've already had the courage to come in on your own to catch up. I would be a lousy teacher if I didn't encourage you in your efforts. Well, you know my methods. Let me know when you feel ready to fight. I've been ready since the moment I walked into this room. For me, we can start right away. Alright, let's go then. What would you prefer? A complete summary of everything there is to know about the art of combat, or a simple reminder? See, there was already kind of a tutorial sort of at the beginning of the game, albeit it's been a long time since then. I really don't want to do more tutorials, but at the same time... Hello! This is Fortuna's game. Nice to have you join us here. I really don't want to do more tutorials, but I don't want to skip it at the same time. Let's just do it. I'll watch you from afar. Edwin, do you know about mimicry learning? To learn how to fight, practice is more than essential. Nevertheless, do as you wish. It's officially off today, so I can't force you to do anything. Professor Zoe is approaching. Let's go for a little reminder on the intricacies of combat. First test, Fidel. I would like that you defeat this wind spirit. If I may offer some advice, I recommend that you use transform to turn your weapon into a bow if you haven't already done so. Flying enemies like this wind spirit, recognizable by the icon, the wing icon, have a significant dodge bonus that allows them to easily evade physical attacks. Using a long-range weapon like a bow or a slingshot cancels this bonus. So wait, I'm sorry, what was that? Oh yeah, transform. There we go. This game is Verloren, which was developed by Fortuna Street here in the chat. And so far, it's slow. It's very, very slow. But, I mean, not good for streams, but probably totally fine if you're interested in the game. Second enemy of the day, a mini golem. To beat it, you'll need to use the tome version of your weapon a little differently than usual. Depending on the weapon used, the damage dealt is either bash, slash, or stab. Enemies can withstand these three types of damage more or less. Nature of the damage inflicted by each weapon can be deduced by looking at the icon at the very beginning of their description. In this case, the mini golem here easily withstands blows from swords and arrows, but is much less resistant to bash weapons like gauntlets or slingshots. Or tomes. So there's an icon at the beginning of its name? So that's a weakness, though. Okay, the third and final creature is a spectral warrior. In order to defeat it, you'll need a more suitable weapon. To change a weapon in combat, select the items. Okay, alright. Fire sword. I guess that's what it wants me to equip. The lesson is over. If you'd like to do some magic, I recommend that... I've already done that. Okay. That's it. With this little training, you should have no trouble beating the monsters in the cellar. Well, with one notable exception. I won't say more. Right. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. How did you do that? Sorry, am I overthinking this? So it plays the sound effect. It only plays the sound effect with move route. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you play the sound effect at the end of the move route. But how come... So it doesn't cancel... It doesn't cancel the movement when you interrupt it like that. Is that normal? Because I thought there was just the skip. So am I forgetting something here? It's like I can block them, but they still continue the move route after I move. Like it doesn't interrupt it. Am I overthinking this? Let's see. A fine face with delicate and discreet yellow eyes. A real pleasure to admire. However, the hair should have been dyed a long time ago. That's really? I guess I've never really explored it that much. I mean, like, I've never had a situation where I've needed that kind of case. So I guess, I don't know, I never really thought about it. I never tried it because I never needed that sort of move route, right? So, okay, alright, fair enough. Does not match the school uniform at all. 40 points, but a significant potential. Excuse me, am I disturbing you? I would have given her an extra 5 points for her generosity. Do you sometimes judge others on criteria other than appearances? I would also add a 5-point penalty for the many creases on her uniform. It's my faith in humanity that just dropped 5 points. Fidel, I think we'd better leave these three in their own world. The world they live in is beyond the reach of ordinary people. In fact, who are these buffoons? They call themselves the Style Team. They are self-proclaimed defenders of beauty, as they call it. Yeah, the French-speaking person would know something about beauty and style, huh? They're ridiculously irrational, but at heart, they are not evil. We'll see if a surprise win at tonight's event will have more effect than following their advice. Alright. Is there anything else important on this floor? That person's in armor. Are they important? Yes. Sorry, Blondie, but right now I'm not in a position to cross swords with you. Come on, what can keep you from being ridiculed for the umpteenth time? Wasn't 17-12 in favor of Cynthia the last official score? It was, and tonight it will be 18-12. Since this is apparently not a self-confidence issue, what is holding you back then? It's none of your business. Oh, screw it. Someone will tell you eventually. I've lost an object which is dear to me and which I absolutely need for the day after tomorrow. Is a special event after tomorrow? Not that I know of, no. Do you live in a cave or what? The day after tomorrow, the big Monstro Cards trade fair takes place in town. I wouldn't want to go there without the jewel of my collection. You mean the piece of cardboard you keep permanently inside a pocket in your wallet? Piece of cardboard of which you speak is one of the most sought-after Monstro cards among collectors. Why don't you go look for your collector buddies rather than turning this room upside down? This card was signed with my name. A jealous thief wanting to expand his or her collection would be quickly spotted and corrected. Or she or he would be forced to hide his booty, thus negating the main interest of these pieces of cardboard, namely to make his or her neighbors jealous. You still have work to do here. No, nothing at all. I guess everyone has their own priorities. Exactly. Good hunting, then. My dear Edwin, do you know what we are going to do? No? Then let me tell you. We are going to find a certain lucky charm and return it to its owner. Why should we waste our time playing treasure hunts? Come on, facing an opponent who doesn't fight to the best of her abilities is not very loyal. And her fairies in the chat. Wouldn't it be better to leave things as they are? I mean, that's one less serious opponent. To win without risk is to triumph without glory. Any objection? No, where do we start our research? Distracted as she is, Cynthia has certainly left her souvenir in an obvious place. We just have to be more attentive than she is. Easier said than done. On the other hand, there is one detail that has always escaped me. Why does she always call me Blondie? Take a guess. Frankly, why? I'm sure that one day you'll find the answer on your own. Quests are divided into two subgroups. The main quests are related to the progression of the story. The side quests are optional challenges that are sometimes difficult to find and often become inaccessible as the story progresses. In this regard, make sure you have talked to all the characters in the game room. So we're looking for a card. Okay. Found some money. Woo! Is it gonna be on this floor? Considering I've explored most of it. I'm gonna say maybe not. Is there more over here? Chapter 1 booster. Wait. Fortuna, the goddess of luck, seems to be popular around here. Hey! Hey! Self-insert? Actually, hang on. This brings up a good point. See, I was talking to Orc earlier, and he had corrected me. He and I were talking. I said, "What did I say?" I don't remember exactly what I said, but I had referred to Fortuna as he, and he had corrected me and said she, as far as I know. So we don't have any concrete information here. It says goddess here, Fortuna, the goddess. So let's get some concrete evidence on this. Something a little bit more accurate. Fortuna, boy or girl? He or she? Fidel, yes, we have revised and said hello to our competitors. What is our goal now? Stop by one of the chapels for a few moments. I like the idea of visiting the director. Maybe we can get some juicy information. It is he. Yes! I was right! I've heard other students talking about a strange guy who spends his time in the gallery. Maybe we should at least say hello to him. Professor Zoe had also mentioned a powerful monster in the cellar. We'd better find out about it in case there's one tonight. Fortuna the character is a she. Fortuna Street is just this. Yeah, I know. All right, fine. Oh, we also needed to get some chips from the game room. We could bet on our win tonight. Ooh, there's a chest over there. I'm not just gonna be able to open it up, am I? Yeah, there's only a message at the bottom of the treasure chest. Who says that all chests contain treasures? Yeah. Will not oppose your plan, David, but are you sure that this is the future you want for your daughter? What's going on? This is Dad and Olivia, the director, who are having a private discussion. Should we listen to them? Sure. Is this a rhetorical question? Exactly. Now, shh. Despite her lack of experience, she is well qualified to enter a prestigious military school, guild, or magic academy. I'm sure that Fidel will prefer the outdoors to 5 more years of school. It's just a question of money. I can arrange to fund a scholarship for her despite the fact that she does not have Valencian nationality. I simply feel that Fidel has already mastered everything that teaching had to teach her. My finances have not influenced my judgment in any way. Frail little baby that was in your arms the day you rang my doorbell has changed. Olivia, can we please talk about this another time? It also changed a lot. The exiled revolutionary who was standing in front of my door. Honestly, did I really make such a bad impression at that time? Hardly exaggerating. We already can't postpone this conversation? As you wish. Why don't you tell me how you will support yourself if you don't teach here anymore? I don't want to dwell on the details, but an old acquaintance helped me gather enough to live comfortably for months. Really? Well, I guess it's none of my business. I assure you I have not committed anything morally reprehensible. While we're on the subject of morality, you don't intend to take advantage of your trip to seek personal revenge. Are you still not convinced that I have put my past behind me? I've been doing a bit of research into your past, and it's made me want to learn more. Your informants didn't find anything, did they? Nothing at all. Same goes for Fidel's mother. You two are like ghosts. Fascinating. As you've had time to inquire about my account, I conclude that you have finished my papers. Alright, so I'm going to take a pause here to provide some critiques that may improve the game. This jaunty little tune that has been blasting into my eardrums for the past 40 minutes. Not a terrible tune. I mean, it's not something I would like jam out in my own time, but it's tolerable, let's put it that way. However, it might help things feel not so static if you maybe had some scoring to go along with like cutscenes like this. In fact, you know what? Now that I mention it, I remember the intro. I almost kind of thought it was nuts the amount of scoring you did. You had, like, in one scene, it like switched songs like 3 times, which is maybe a little bit overkill. It was a little bit too much. So it's almost kind of funny that here in the intro, you don't change the song that much to suit the tone. I think it would really like give a break to your players if they were not constantly listening to this same song over and over. So whenever there's like a cutscene like this or something, having either, first of all, as a musician who likes to write music, never undervalue the power of silence. Sometimes silence is all you need. Just having the music fade out and letting the story carry itself. Yeah. So you could have silence, or you could just have maybe a music track that is fitting for the moment. It sort of depends on what is happening in the story. You know, obviously you don't want to just always use silence because then it just starts to feel awkward. But you also shouldn't ignore the value of silence as well. Your papers are almost complete. They are only missing 3 signatures: yours, your daughter's, and mine. If you want mine, your Odyssey will first have to show its true colors. Note to myself, add special music for cutscenes at the director's office. Not just, I mean, it doesn't have to be at the director's office. I'm just bringing it up now, just because this is where I'm at, right? This is the point I'm at in your game now. I'm at the director's office, and it's been over 40 minutes at this point, and I've been listening to the same jaunty tune going the whole time. So it wouldn't really matter if it's the directors or if it's the Professor Lionel or Zoe, I think was the other one. It wouldn't matter which one it is. I'm just saying, for cutscenes, it might be nice to give a break. Now that I think about it, though, there was like the combat. What was the combat music? Was there combat music? Holy shit, I don't remember. I don't have any old enemies to settle scores with, and even if I did, I would never involve my daughter in my business. How do I know you won't go back on your words once I am no longer here to stop you from staying from the right path? Do I have any chance of convincing you with mere words? Just promise me that when you finish what you have to do, you will come back here in one piece. As soon as I have completed my mission, I will return as soon as possible to the Tower of Knowledge with my daughter if she agrees to accompany me. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too. 15.5 hours already? That's right, time flies when we're having fun. Well, my package should arrive by now. I'm off to get it. Take advantage of my absence to finish my papers. Is this the package I'm thinking of? That's the one. Thanks again for letting me order it in your name. See, Lionel and Zoe have 2 combat musics. A special music would make less sense. Sure, fair enough. I'll agree with that. I just don't remember it, and that's on me, not you. So, yeah. Yep. You're welcome. If my Weaver's Guild member card can make anyone happy, I'm always interested. Maybe for other cutscenes. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Spying on adults is always very interesting. Did you really follow everything they said to the end? Of course I did. You didn't? You'll never understand the art of spying on others. No, and that is a good thing. You always have to know what is going on around you. What would you do if your parents told you tomorrow that they were planning to marry a girl you didn't know? It's not going to happen. My parents are still on a business trip and won't be back home for another 2 weeks. What? They won't be there to cheer you on tonight? Of course not. The housekeeper will be there for them. Did you really think they would bother for so little? This is not very nice of them. Several important personalities are coming for the occasion. Why not them? Business is business. Time is money. Before the time has come, it's too soon. Once the time has passed, it's too late. In short, choose a silly saying that suits you best. Edwin, I'm sure that even if they don't have the opportunity to show it to you often, your parents care about you a lot. Or not. Edwin, do you really mean what you're saying? Sometimes I envy you and Flora, a single parent, but one who cares about you more than anything else in the world. Honestly, there's no reason to be jealous. None at all. Sorry, I didn't mean to. No, it's fine. Life is like that. Sometimes it fills us with gifts, sometimes it takes them away. The whole point of the game is to make the most of the possibilities it offers. From which book did you get this quote? Whatever. All I'm saying is the next time you see your parents, don't ruin that moment. I will think about it. Shall we go? Yes. A priory. There is nothing more to learn here. Priory? Is that one of the spelling errors that you corrected? This is a particularly detailed sketch of Professor David Rins. Considering its obvious sentimental value, it is best left here. Securely locked. Right on. I verified it is totally valid in British English. Okay. Alright. Oh, are you planning to make a stop at this chapel? Oh my gosh, Fortuna! Oh my gosh, Fortuna! I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from the headphones. Yes, how about a little moment of inner peace to get rid of your stress before tonight? I guess it can't hurt indeed. Don't take the opportunity to fall asleep, okay? It sounded like the music was fading out when I took the headphones off. Yeah, okay. So at least it's not the same music. That hadn't even crossed my mind. Yep, you're right. You're correct. Well, thank you. Glad to see a little bit of variety. Speaking of variety, nice to see a mix-up in the scenery as well. What's going on with the music now? Nothing. No, there is something. But it's really quiet. I'm not even sure if other listeners can hear it. You have a thing with treasure chests, don't you, huh? You just don't like treasure chests. You're like angry with them. You're upset with them. You have like a personal vendetta against treasure chests. Are you just like... Did a mimic in a JRPG game kill you when you're a child or something? Is that what happened here? Now you're like exacting revenge on treasure chests? Hello? I don't think you do love treasure chests. You've done nothing but tease me so far with your treasure chests. Can you hear me? Your Honor, the third search group has reported. They came up empty. Not to change. What's your next order? Give our men a few days off. Then, when someone volunteers, you will tell that person to leave immediately for the City of Knowledge. I hear your most trusted zealot is back from an inspection tour. I bet 10 to 1 that your mission will be accepted immediately. You think we will discover something for once? Maybe. No need to give up before we've even started. How can you so be so optimistic after so many failures? As long as the flame of... Oh. Oh no. The song is back. This song is back. It's like Fortuna's theme number 6. Is everything okay? I was a little too focused on my thoughts, wasn't I? I'd say you're pretty much asleep. No idea what you're talking about. Is that it? Okay, that's it. I guess it's a save point. Sure, we'll save. Oh boy, Fortuna! Places of worship very often contain sources of regeneration that relieves injuries and fatigues. Okay, alright. Oh, there's a glowy thing over here. Found some money. What does the book say? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, it's the same thing. Why is that one blue and the other one is yellow? That transition's a little bit jarring. I mean, again, this is like just nitpicking. But I know you're using the tint. I think you can have the tint transition over time. I would probably have it transition over a short period of time. But again, that's just nitpicking. Having it transition over like a span of 15 to 30 frames, I think would make it not seem so jarring. Is this the last floor? No, there's another floor right here. What's out here? Oh, I can finally leave the school. I've finally done it. Oh, and it's the same music. Oh no. Found ghostite. Welcome to the Tower of Knowledge, the most renowned private college in the city of knowledge. That rhymes. Dropping bars. Most renowned private college in the city of knowledge. Here students learn not only develop their intellectual potential, also the physical. Just have 3 minutes left to test the battles. Ah! Tuna! Yeah, I've talked about battle fatigue in the past as well. Right? I've talked about battle fatigue. It's where you have like just constant battles and there's like no break in it. I sort of feel like I'm experiencing the same kind of fatigue here, but it's like I don't know, walking and talking fatigue. Fidel, have you ever met this person? I didn't. Another student's parent, perhaps? Are you also interested in these paintings? Yeah, that's right. The least we can say is that they are fascinating. the first time we've seen you around here. Are you here for tonight's show? Not at all. You weren't here when I arrived this morning, were you? In that case, let me give you a proper introduction. I'm Professor R. Francel from the University of Arcanau. My specialty is history, but I'm also very interested in myths and legends. Forgive my ignorance, but where exactly is Arcanau located? Don't worry, you weren't the only one who needed a little geography refresher. In the center, you have the Federation of Valencia and its 12 city-states, among them the City of Knowledge, where this academy has been settled. Valencia's neighbors include the other major nations of the continent, the Silver Horde, the Kingdom of Castellio, and the Empire of Widma. Seems that even with the quests, people do all the cutscenes first anyways. It's sort of like, it's kind of how your game is leading me. Like, I was looking for your Pokemon card, but I didn't find it on that floor. And I felt more motivated to proceed forward. In other words, like, looking at rooms I had, or floors I hadn't explored yet, rather than going back to previous floors. And as I explored those floors looking for the Pokemon card, sorry, the music cut out. But okay, I see. Yeah, okay. That was just because I deselected the window. That's anyways, who cares? Yeah, so it's like, as I'm looking for the Pokemon card, I'm seeing people to talk to, so I just talk to them. Basically, like, you are technically free to explore, but since you are always funneled into the stairs, you kind of create this sort of linear route. Like, technically, like I said, you can explore freely, but you're sort of encouraging a linear exploration where it's like, I'm going to go to this floor and then explore. Then I'm going to go to this floor and then I'm going to explore. Then I'm going to go to this floor and then I'm going to explore. Right? And so the result is just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, because I think that's the way most people are going to do it. Obviously there's going to be some exceptions, but I think most people are going to want to play it like that. I will say it's nice for you to include this and kind of explain the map or the world. It's something that not a lot of games actually do, even like AAA games. Like, it's kind of funny to think, like, with the popularity of Elder Scrolls, how little the world of Nirn is actually explained. You can learn about Nirn if you, like, read all the books and stuff, but who the fuck reads the books in the Elder Scrolls games? Actually, don't answer that. I know some people do. I don't. So, yeah, like, even finding out that the world is called Nirn is difficult, let alone getting a sense of Tamriel and where all the provinces of Tamriel are. So it's nice to actually have a game actually just say, here's our world, take a look at it. Let's go through this conversation. Valencia's neighbors include, okay, Arcanau is the second largest city in the latter nation. He speaks our language without any accent. I wonder if he has also studied some modern languages. Would you like me to tell you some stories about the paintings in this gallery? I'm sorry, we have things to do. I'm too bad to change your mind. Sorry. Sorry, no. Okay. Let's give it a grade. I feel like I didn't, even still with like nearly 2 hours. Excuse me. Even with 2 hours, I still feel like I don't have enough, like, I don't have a sense of the game enough to, like, really grade it. Alright, I gotta pee pretty bad. Let me pee and, like, think about this, like, kind of mull this over and see if I can't, like, gather some thoughts. So we're gonna listen to a new song that I played for you last week, but it wasn't finished. But now the song is finished. So let's listen to the most hype, wicked final boss battle music ever. We gotta turn up the volume a little bit. right. Sounds like we got through one loop of the song, so at least you got to hear the whole song. All right. Such a cool song, man. I fucking love this song. I'm so happy with how this song turned out. Anyways. So let's start with the things that I know for sure that I can answer, and then we'll kind of decide from there. So accessibility, I'm going to go ahead and give the point there. I mentioned this before. It's so easy to earn this point, but, I mean, it's so easy, and yet let's look at how many zeros there are here. So until we can see that trend start to be broken, I'm going to continue to give just a point for just implementing a simple fucking plugin. Clarity, yeah, I can give it clarity for sure. And technical is definitely fine. I didn't see any problems there. And considering I ran it for as long as I did without any sort of crashes, I have a feeling you implemented that patch. That's not my patch, but it's the patch that I drew attention towards. The patch to fix MV to make it not crash on high frame or high refresh rate monitors. So polish, balance, unique identity. I'm not gonna give you the point on unique identity. Sorry about that one. Because, yeah, it feels like a pretty, on its surface, it feels like a pretty standard, fantasy world that you'd come to expect to come out of RPG Maker. Which I get is sort of your intent as well. That's sort of your sales pitch on it, right? It's that it's a classic JRPG. But I guess to its own detriment that it's just sort of looks like an RPG Maker game, even if it doesn't play like one. Balance, I'm gonna give you the point for it, even though I shouldn't. Not because your game is unbalanced. I shouldn't give you the point because I didn't really experience enough of the combat to really make a judgment on it. But I'm gonna give you the point anyways because it seems competent, which sounds kind of backhanded. Polish, there's a few things that just kind of take away from the polish, right? Like, I didn't know that we were in a school once the main game got started. Oh, I didn't really bring this up. Like, polish is kind of like all those little nitpicks that I brought up. Most of those nitpicks can also be ignored, but there was one thing I didn't even mention, but I did notice it. Like, during the conversation between the father and the director, during that conversation and at the end of it, I noticed that you just used the basic scroll map event command, because the basic scroll map event command doesn't have diagonal movement. It only has cardinal movement. So, up, down, left, right. Which kind of creates that awkward kind of, I gotta pan right a little bit and then pan up to get to this location if you need to move diagonally. Is there a reason why you didn't use SRD's camera core? because I can imagine there might be some sort of incompatibility with maybe some other plugin, in which case I understand. Or was it just something that you didn't even think about? Which I could also totally understand. In my game, it's pretty obvious that I've gone nuts with the camera core, but I think it really creates kind of more dynamic scenes. So yeah, let's get the link. Let's get the link to it. Put it there. This camera core in the game, but I didn't use it for the cutscenes. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Fair enough. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at a 4. But it's pretty good. And there's very few 4s as it stands. I really said that 5 is ideal, but also you're not a commercial game, and that's the thing to remember about this score, is that really this is kind of evaluating games on their viability as commercial products. But if you're not a commercial game, then it almost kind of doesn't matter. So anyways, yeah, Fortuna, not bad, not bad. I can't make promises that I'll play more of it, which I guess that's sort of the biggest shame, but I mean, that's the way it goes with a lot of these RPG Maker games. Is even some of the best RPG Maker games, I'm not really invested in playing more of. I think it'd be pretty rare for me to find an RPG Maker game. I mean, games in general. I mean, thinking of like my own Steam library, the number of games that I just never finished because I just lost interest. I mean, it's pretty normal for people who play games. The number of games that I purchased and just never finished is pretty high compared to the number of games I've actually finished. So yeah, it's not unusual. So it's not really a knock against you. It's just like, do I personally find it fun? And not really. So anyways, speaking of, so there's one game left. I picked this up on the Steam sale. So it's actually a Steam game. It does have, oh, here we go. It does have an itch.io page, but it's just for a demo of the game. So anyways, but it is a commercial game. So I suppose this is a great game to test the PACBUT system with. Just find out if it's actually commercially viable. Let's add it to the list. It's move that box with an exclamation point. So here's the thing. To mention a few things about this game. First of all, the developer has a post on the RPG Maker forums for his game, and he had recently updated it saying that he needs 4 more user reviews to get a generated score. So I guess he needs 10. He needs 10 user reviews. So this is almost sort of out of sympathy for him, I guess. I just want to help him reach that goal. And since it was on sale during the winter sale, sadly the winter sale is over. I did purchase it, but although it is only 400 yen here, that's, you know, like $3 for America, and what, maybe like, actually it's probably like $3.50. I don't know. It's not exactly. Anyways, who cares? It's inexpensive, is the point I'm trying to make. So I do hope that the game is interesting, and that people who watch this maybe want to purchase it and give a review for the guy, so that way he can reach his goal of having at least 10 reviews on Steam, so he can have that game score. Now, there is one thing I do want to say. I've seen the guy make regular status updates on the RPG Maker forums, And like this is not at all a requirement. This is like almost petty. Not even a nitpick. This is just petty. But it often felt like whenever I saw him making posts, it didn't feel like he was really much of a contributor to the forum, and really just more there to share his game. If I remember correctly, like his the number of posts, it's not very high. I think even I have more posts than he does. It's not a requirement, obviously. So I'm just bringing this up because it's just my own personal observation. Normally, I like to, you know, it's cool to support people who are regular members of the forum. I don't know. I'm just bringing this up. There's not really much of a point to me bringing this up, other than me saying that I just wish he would contribute more often to the forums. But I could also be completely wrong. Maybe I just catch him at inappropriate times. Like the only time I see his posts is just like him promoting his game. So, anyways, let's bring it up. And we need to adjust. We need to adjust the game timer. There we go. Okay, definitely appreciate the totally different start menu. No options, though. That sucks. This music, man. Let's just start. You want to play the intro? Yes. Weird cartoon effects. I don't like the cartoon sound effects. I mean, I guess it's better than RTP. It's just, I'm sorry, Zoomer humor has ruined like these classic cartoon sound effects for me. Hello, hi, can you hear me? Good, my name is Boxotron. I'll be your personal assistant in this journey. It's really loud in my headphones. How is it for... It's also really loud for you. That's why it would have been nice to have an options menu before the game starts. My name is Boxotron. I'll be your personal assistant in this journey. First of all, you move by pressing the arrow or D-pad. To push a box, you can use the spacebar, X, or A buttons. Go through that room and I'll tell you more about the next one. If you get stuck, just press escape, triangle, or Y. Why did it take so long to... Wow, it takes so long. Is this the menu? Is that the menu? It takes so long to open the menu. What's up with that? There's no options. There's no options. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. Okay. I didn't mean to move. Yeah, so it'd be nice if there's like stationary turning. Because I don't want to accidentally... If it's going to count the steps, then it would be nice if it wouldn't just count an accidental step. Yeah, music. Sorry. I don't want to sound grumpy. Music's not doing it for me. I want to go back to Fortuna's jaunty tune. Is that not it? Okay. This is your main room. You'll have access to every room from there. On the left, you have the main story mode. Middle is the challenge room. And on the right, you have a wardrobe. You can change your suits there. Before you can do it, you need to unlock them first. I think it's all you need to know for now. Have fun. Still no options, though. Level 2. This reminds me of, I had a feeling it was going to be like this. I think it's the Misadventures of Tronbon. Man, those timings are pretty tight, huh? I think it was the Misadventures of Tronbon that was kind of, it's like a spin-off of Mega Man. And it had like block pushing puzzles like this. And it also counted time and steps as well. I think it was that. Do we need to push the box into the black space? Is that what it wants? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I see. Oh no, I didn't do it in enough steps. Oh well. Oh man. Did the music change? Not really. Guess I'm just not in much of a music mood today. I don't... really not feeling this game, man. Really just not feeling it. Like, I appreciate there's clearly a lot of custom work that's been done. Right? Because, like, the menus and the art. It's not like a pool is there. It's not like a pool the box. No, because that wouldn't make sense, because that's not the title of the game. It's push the box. Oops. What was that? Oh, there is... Well, I mean, there's sound settings. Save settings? What's that? It doesn't matter. We'll turn it down. Sure. Why did he hide that? How come, like, how come it's not in... Oh. Wait, how come it... Now it's bringing up, like, a normal escape menu. But earlier when I pushed escape, it wasn't doing that. Why did it change the behavior of the escape menu? Why did devs do that? Why did devs do that, huh? Why did devs change behaviors of menus when they introduce something and then... It's not just menus, but they introduce something and then behaves one way. It's like you've introduced it and it behaves this way, so now you've taught me that it does this. And then later you change how it behaves, but I never think of looking at it because it's like, that's not how it was when you introduced it to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. What am I trying to do here? Might as well just reset, because it just had the timer going. So we want to move probably that box to there, or that. Oh, okay, alright. No, I can't do that. What am I trying to do here? See, I did this before, right? This is what I did before. I put that there and then I did that. But the problem is I don't have a box to push there. Can you push like... No, I didn't think so. So... Oh, I don't know. How much of a fucking smooth brain am I? What? This is only the 4th level? What am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing a piece of this puzzle. Like, is there really not like a pull the box? Only a push the box. Because if it was a pull the box, then they'd have to change the name of the game. It's like... So I can push it that way, or I can push it that way. Or I can fall down. Like, it's the only thing I can see to do. I don't get it. Is there... Man, here's another nice thing about having keyboard config, which this game doesn't have. It doesn't even have an options menu. Is that not only can you rebind your keys, but you could also just open up keyboard config to check what buttons do. Like, I can't tell you the number of times I've done this in AAA games. I've gone to key bindings to try to, like, see what buttons do. Like, oh, what is that button again? Oh, let's go to key bindings. Oh, yeah, that's right. So it almost kind of acts as like a reminder. And I don't even know what keys. Let's use controller, right? It said you can use controller. Oh, it's not plugged in. Never mind. What am I missing? Okay, so that's push. This is like the same, that's the same thing I did before. Oh. Do I need to move it all the way here? Feels like a really clunky way of doing that. That doesn't feel like that should be the right answer to the puzzle. All because you don't have a pool. You had to take this super long route. I hope that's not like the intended answer, because that feels like that makes it feel really frustrating that you don't have a pool. It doesn't feel like the correct answer to the puzzle. Right, there are bombs, and there's no explanation on what those bombs are. Okay, so they explode. Tentative answer is 64 steps long. Yeah, I saw that. I had 75, but how much of that was just me fiddling around? Can I go back to the previous stage? No. I feel like if there are like stars to earn, I know there's, I think one of the things is like a stage select if you want to go back and earn stars. But like, I don't know, I feel like you could let players go back to previous stages even in the story mode or whatever to retry. Because like, to me, how I would want to do this is I would want to just do what I would call like sightseeing, which is just figuring out how the puzzle works. And then once I figured it out, then I would want to try it again, but perfect it. So like right now, I'll waste time while I think about my choices. And then after I figured out the choices, I'd try again, but I'd do it much faster and in less steps. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out things, you know? Alright. So I have no idea how to trigger the bomb correctly, because it kills me every time. Is it just this green pad? Oh, it is. You don't just touch it. Oh man, am I not feeling this game. So, I guess the bomb just destroys your boxes. Hang on. Did it... Is it... How come it didn't destroy the box that time? Is that just what it is? Like, I have to just move fast enough before the bomb explodes? I don't get it. Like, I know I solved it, but I don't understand what I did. It's like I pushed and moved. Is that really the solution? Is to move that quickly? It doesn't feel like that's the right solution. I mean, I don't know what else I would do, though. What happens if I move it? Oh, it won't even let me move a box onto the green square. Okay. So yeah, there's like nothing I can do. I can only push it right. So that's really the answer, is to do it as quickly as you can. I don't know, man. That feels kind of clunky to me. Oh, okay, so... Oh, boy. So the green square now blows up all the bombs. Why? And what's this? It's just a... Oh, no! I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm quitting this game. Because I'm just feeling like I'm getting frustrated. And like I said, I don't want to be an asshole in these streams. And if I continue to play this, I'm just going to be an asshole. I'm really, really not jiving with this. Just really not jiving with it at all. I am not feeling this. Yeah, I'm gonna just... Oh boy. I have to stop it, because if I continue with it, I'm just gonna be an asshole about it. And I don't want to be that person. So we're gonna cut it early on that one. How far did I make it? It was 20 minutes. I guess that's fine. Yeah, okay. So when was it published? August. August. There we go. It's a beta. Is it RM? Yes. Is it a commercial game? Yes. Is it a quality store page? Oh my gosh. I have the hiccups now. Why do I have the hiccups? So I didn't even read the store page. Let's see what it has to say. See if it can maybe change my opinion at all. Make me understand it a little bit better. Move That Box is a retro arcade top-down style action puzzle game based on logical thinking but also requiring reflexes. The game draws handfuls from Bomberman and Sokoban. Player task is simple. Get from point A to point B. There's a typo there. By moving boxes and solving puzzles. Move, push, throw, melt, and even blow up items to reach the goal. Your love has been captured by aliens. She's stranded somewhere on the mothership. You must find her. Be careful, that ship is full of weird boxes. Puzzle style gameplay. Mix of puzzles that require logical thinking, reflexes, and blowing up stuff. Bomb system. Bombs that explode, destroying everything within one square. There are two types. Static, preset on the map, but... So, like... Some of this stuff almost feels like tutorializing. How come none of this shit is... in the fucking game, man? Metal, custom graphics. Yeah, the pixel art looks nice. Like, I think it looks very nice. It looks very lovely, very cozy. I mean, I guess like the exterior looks nice. This is fine. It's not terrible. It's more like the pixel art is fine pixel art. It's just that the actual levels are kind of dull looking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess maybe I'll give them a yes on the quality store page. I don't know. Accessibility gets a no. Polish gets a no. Clarity gets a no. Balance. Ooh, I feel like it started asking way too much out of the player way too early on with its puzzles. I've been pretty rough on this game, so I want to be generous. I'm going to give it a point. I could just not be... I mean, I could be drunk, too drunk to figure it out, or I'm just not much of a puzzle game kind of person. I'll give them a point for that. The unique identity and technical. There we have it. But I think a 3 is for sure just kind of like not acceptable for a commercial game. I know it's cheap, but like price almost kind of doesn't matter. If it's commercial, then the standards are higher. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. All right, let's put the headphones back on. Okay. So, I think I'm done with the streaming today. Yeah, okay, so it was, I don't know, overall, like, 3 Am Cathrath was really obtuse to figure out, and definitely has problems, but, you know, is fine. Meow or Never was short. Verloren was Fortuna, and Move That Box just kind of was not a very good end to the night. Let's not use that yellow, because I use that yellow for other things. There we go. I also don't like that yellow, because it just looks like urine. Let's just jump over to red. Or orange. And you've just been spamming fairies all night. It's just... That's been your role as the fairy spammer. Alright, well... Yeah, sorry to kind of, like, end that on a pretty sour note. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could... Like, I don't really want to end the stream on that, but I don't really have, like, much else to say. So it's kind of a... I don't know, kind of a shame. It's kind of a downer of a note to end on. I guess it is what it is. Well, in that case, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if Visky is still here. Visky, I had streamed his game... I don't know. I think it was back before even IGMC. It was one of the earliest games I'd ever streamed. It's on here, actually, because I've actually posted the highlight. I really need to get around to doing more highlights again. I'll talk about that in just a moment, but let's see. He was Project Aldevai right here, which was streamed back in July. Yeah, that was before IGMC. anyways, Visky one said he had a major update that's like completely overhauled the game, I think is what he said. In fact, so much so he's changed the name to Sapphire City, I think is what he said it was. So maybe I'll play that next week. And I guess I'll pick up some other games as well. Yeah. So I guess that's that. Yeah, so I guess I'll stream some more games. Oh yeah, and I wanted to talk about the highlights. God, I hate video editing so much. After having the major crash with Adobe, I've just been like, I have PTSD every time I open Premiere. What I really should do is I should really actually just download DaVinci Resolve and just throw Adobe in the trash and get rid of Adobe. Not for good, because I'm still probably going to use Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop my whole life, so sorry, GIMP. I used GIMP for a little bit when I was young. I think when I was in high school, I used GIMP when I used to do mods for Oblivion. But for most of my entire life, I've used Photoshop, so probably won't get rid of Photoshop. But anyways, I haven't edited any. I've like before I was trying to release like basically 3 highlights a week, which is a pretty breakneck pace to keep up with. So I think if I do continue doing the highlights, there's 2 things I want to change, especially for IGMC videos. A lot of the, especially, so like IGMC games, most of them are just made for the Game Jam, and they're not like products. I don't know, they're Game Jam games, right? So I think it's almost better with Game Jam games to like kind of bunch them together. So what I might do is condense the whole stream down into just one highlight, if that makes sense. Because what I've been doing before is I've been creating highlights for each individual game. I think that makes sense for products that have been released, but for Game Jam games, it doesn't really make as much sense. So, first of all, I think I may condense whole streams down into a single highlight. And second of all, I may only just post maybe 1 or 2 highlights a week, so I don't have to feel like I really need to constantly be making videos, constantly editing stream highlights. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with the highlights. I've just been lazy and just kind of rethinking it. So, but they've surprisingly performed well. I should mention that because it was also sort of a test with the highlights to see how they would go, and they actually seem to perform like they don't perform as well as my stream archives. But I do think they're more accessible, and I think over time they might actually wind up getting more views. I do think they are better at bringing new audiences to my channel, where like these full stream archives are quite a large ask to bring in new viewers, is having them have to watch, you know, whole like 3-hour streams or whatever. So the highlights work well in indoctrinating new viewers. So I also feel like I should continue doing the highlights just for channel growth. So anyways, I guess that's going to be it. At least ending on some news is better than ending on feeling frustrated towards a game. So yeah, we'll count our blessings there. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I guess maybe next week I'll stream some more games. I'm working on the town in my game, and I mentioned this in my last stream that there's just not a lot to show off because that's mostly story stuff, and I don't really like showing off story stuff. I want that to at least be a surprise. Most of this story stuff to be a surprise whenever you actually play the final game. So yeah, don't have much to show off in my game, so there's no reason to do a game dev stream. So we'll continue to do some more playing games, bad RPG Maker game streams. So all right, well, thank you, Fortuna, for your wonderful game. And thank you to everyone else who's watched the archive. And I will see you next week.